Oh, how's it going today there, YouTube? Well, I've been absent from YouTube for a little while because I've been busy. Run a lot of scrap. I've also been, I'm working on a new job site now. I'm working in Kleinberg, so I'm getting home at the same time as I was when I worked in Markham, but I've also been busy working on this big old truck over here. Been doing some body work on it. So, anyway, I fixed up, you guys probably saw on Instagram, I fixed that big gouge that was in the fender. I fixed that all up. There's a couple little spots there, but the fender flares will cover those up, so I wasn't really too concerned about it. And I touched up the front bumper as well. I'm gonna redo the one corner though, because I'm not real happy with it. Didn't really get quite sanded up, but this side looks pretty good. This side over here, where the scuff is, you can see a little bit of the scuff still, so I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of Bondo here, and I'll scuff that up, and I might even be able to just sand it out, but you know, from afar it doesn't look too bad. But the big project up today is something I've been talking about for quite a while doing. Just never had a chance to get around to doing it. I painted the fender flares for the truck this morning, lunchtime, this afternoon, whatever you guys want to say, and they turned out really good, really good. We're back here in my paint booth here now. It's just kind of drying up. Stinks in here. So there you go. This is you know, Kurt's auto body over here. So these turned out pretty good. I did these the same way as I did the tow mirrors on the white truck there. I did the just give them a quick little scuff with some 600 grit, and I got some adhesion promoter. I did 3 coats of color and 3 coats of clear. This is what it costs you. So these are almost still a bit left in that one there, but 15 bucks a can is not a cheap paint job, but it saves you from having to pay someone to do it for you. So these turned out pretty good. The next step with these things is put the weather stripping on it and put the little stainless steel cap screws in, which is not real too difficult to do. But I'll let these things kind of dry up a little bit more, just because there's a lot of paint there right now. So let these just kind of tack up a little bit, and clean up, put some tools away, and then we might just have a little install video here today or tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I test fitted on. That's how I got my curvature for my fender on the when I did my body repair there. So I put the one fender flare on just to see how it's gonna fit. So I got my curvature that way. So these didn't turn out too bad. There's a little tiger stripe here I think I might fix right quick, but yeah, I can do that kind of off screen, so I'll see you guys here in a little bit. After a little bit of YouTube magic, well, heat gun for me, YouTube magic for you guys, and don't you farm toy guys out there get mad at me for using your heat gun on truck parts, you know, with trucks, or tools at Universal rather. So after that's all said and done, I put all the little cap screws in. You guys can see it looks really sharp with the cap screws in it, because that's kind of the theme of the truck, is the silver birch metallic and the chrome accents. So it actually looks really sharp, and I want to give the company credit for the company's actually called Tiger, so it's actually like a knockoff brand of the Bushwhacker flares. They give you everything you need. They give you a few extra little nuts and bolts here. They give you a little T45 Torx bit to use, and they also give you some of the tools for doing the weather stripping too. So for kind of a cheap knockoff brand set of fender flares, they give you everything. Of course, I opted for the you know, snap-on ratchet and my T45 bit, because this has, I use that for a handle to put the bolts in, so that kind of helped me. But you guys know I'm a snap-on fanboy anyway, so I mean, no secret there. But anyway, I might go grab the weather strip and I'll slide that on, and we'll at least put the rear flares on, and I'm gonna save the fronts for now because I'm gonna put the other fenders on it first when I get those. And yeah, pretty happy how these flares turned out actually. I mean, obviously I don't have a great big expensive fancy paint booth here. I've got just my little Shelter Logic carport, and I just use hay baler twine for hangers and rattle cans. So I mean, I wouldn't recommend anybody do this that's, you know, not used to paint and stuff, but you guys know me, I might as well be a painter. Oh, these things are held on there. They use these kind of fasteners. So then you put the screw in here, and you can actually just push the screw, and you don't have to actually screw it in there. And it just expands those little joints out, and they can be a real bugger to get out of there when you gotta get them out. So obviously there's, hold on, right here. That's why I wasn't really too worried about hanging with the baler wire, because that'll cover that little spot up and you'll never see it anyway. So maybe I'll go get the tripod and you guys can watch me put these things on there. So I got ahead of myself a little bit, boys, and I forgot to pick the camera up before I put the flares on, but they look sharp and they actually match real good. Now, I did remember to put the weather strip on, which goes on. There's a piece of 2-sided tape on the other side, some 3M tape. But you see, that gives us some better coverage for the tires here, and that way we won't get bothered by the fuzz. The fuzz should leave us alone. I don't know, I might actually, just thinking too, I might even grab a set of mud flaps for it, and I was going to put the mud flaps on, maybe, I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it. I might pop these 2 fender flare bolts out here, the little push pins, and I'll put it in behind here, but I don't know if I have clearance for it to drop down here or not. I might not, so I don't know, I'll think of something, or I'll put it up ahead of here somewhere. Let it hang down, that way it'll give us some more protection there. But well, we'll see what's going on, so we'll see if I can make something work. I know the mud flap's not really a fan of, but you know, hey, a truck like this with big tires on, gonna be throwing stuff all over the road, so anyway, I might not do something like that, but these were on the truck when I bought it. But I might try to find a nice set and just make something up, and that way we're not slinging mud and stuff all over cars all behind us. So anyway, that's a quick little update. But the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to paint these up like I did these caps here. I just painted the caps, as this was black originally, but I'm going to paint these up same kind of color. Now, I don't remember if I mentioned the video or not, but I do have I got a used set of fenders for it, and they're really not too bad. It's just one little spot is right here, but I can always pop that and paint it anyway. So we have the technologies to do that. But even still, to put these flares on this fender's almost pointless, because, well, mount hole there's like, well, there's one there, but that's soft, and I mean, you could do it and get away with it, I guess, but that's not really the right way, not really the way I want to do things. But this one here, you'd be kind of foobarred, because that mount, see the mount hole's rot through there, and it's rotten there. There's 1 or 2 missing here. You can use that one. You see, look, even that's soft. So no, we need fenders, boys. We need a set of fenders first. So anyway, we'll do that, and then put the front flares on. And this truck always did look really sharp with the flares on it, because I remember my buddy had it, and also the guy that had it before him had the flares on, and it looked really good. So that's coming up here in the future. We also have the mechanical stuff to continue on with, but you know, baby steps, right? Baby steps. Anyway, guys, like what you see, please comment, rate, subscribe. There is a GoFundMe account opened up if any of you guys wanted to send a little donation for the channel to help make videos and get better camera equipment so we can keep the show rolling for you guys. Also, there's the greatest farm toy collection on YouTube. I've got started in the Toy Tractor Horde room there. There's a P.O. box address in the description box down below if you want to send in a piece of fan mail, and give you guys a shout out on camera here. So anyway, keep it between the ditches.